Welcome back to the channel. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but the Jacksonville rap scene has been pretty quiet recently. The only big news that's got a lot of people talking is just Yungeen Ace dissing his ops in his latest snippet, but I'll give my own thoughts on that snippet later. For this entire video, I'll just be talking about things I've seen online about the Jacksonville rap scene without going too much in depth about it. For some of you guys that are interested in the latest news about the war in Jacksonville, you can just check out the Duval County subreddit community. There's always people posting about anything they like related to the Jacksonville rap scene in general. This entire video is basically me giving my own thoughts about a few updates in the Foolio murder trial and Yungeen Ace's latest snippet dissing his ops. Without wasting any time, let's get into the video. The first thing I've seen recently is this video by Fox 13 News talking about Guddazay bumping his head to Who I Smoke by ATK and 1200. Take a listen.
Part of the feuding has included the rival gangs posting music videos about each other online, aimed at disrespecting the other side. Jacksonville detectives have described one video where Foolio is in a graveyard talking about rival gang members. And during a court hearing this month, Isaiah Chance appeared to be nodding along to a video posted by his gang, aimed at disrespecting Foolio's gang. In Tampa, Ariel Placencia, Fox 13 News.
If you look at the 18-page court document detailing what happened to Foolio, Guddazay and his girlfriend Alicia were described as lookouts in that whole ambush to kill Foolio. It's crazy to know that even though you don't actually pull the trigger to kill someone, you can still be charged with murder if you can get linked to it. It's one of the most difficult things to prove in court because there could be lots of people that had something to do with the murder who just haven't been discovered yet. But I agree with what some of the people in the Reddit sub are saying. I say Guddazay is just trying to save face by acting like he's not bothered by what's about to happen to him, but deep down he knows that he's cooked. Another thing that detectives say about the situation is that part of the gang war in Jacksonville involves gang members dropping music videos dissing each other. So that just confirms to me that the police have definitely been keeping tabs on all of ATK, 1200, and 6 Block songs. They called Foolio a prominent gang member of 6 Block, and they documented Rashad Murphy as part of 1200 and Guddazay as part of ATK, and that both groups have a common enemy, which they say is the 6. If I was a part of ATK and 1200, I'd be worried about a possible RICO coming soon. I've seen Yungeen Ace and other ATK members try to hide behind ATK being just another rap group in the past, but they've been documented as a gang by law enforcers, so that means they'll have to prove in court that they aren't actually a gang sometime in the future. I don't see them successfully doing so because of all the music and deaths that have happened. As it is today, Davion Murphy still hasn't been captured. With all the cameras and cell phone towers in the world, I'm surprised that he still hasn't been found yet. I saw someone on my last video left a comment saying that he possibly got unalived. I didn't consider it before, but now I'm starting to think that it's possibly true. 2 days ago, Guddazay, Alicia, and Sean pleaded they weren't guilty of the crime of murdering Foolio. That means that they're either saying that they didn't murder Foolio, or even if they did, then they have an excuse which they think the judge will recognize as a defense against the accusation. Because of that, the court will have a trial to decide whether they're guilty or not. If the court decides that they are, they'll be convicted with life in prison. I don't see them successfully proving that they had nothing to do with his death because of all the evidence they have against them, but you'll never know what will happen in the future. The other big news in the Jacksonville rap scene is Yungeen Ace posting his snippet dissing his ops on Instagram. If you check the caption, he just said, "This my problem." Let's take a look into what he had to say.
That's they problem. These niggas won't walk with NHG. Hey, they mad at me, the nigga died, that's not my I'm getting rich off the dead like that's my can't trust nobody but my chopper, that's my little nigga died, got caught in traffic, that's my when I got shot, my brothers died, they won they. When I was lacking in weight cross, they won they. When this bitch got hit with that stick, that went my. When his mom got hit with that shit, that went my. Hold on. Bubble 9 and Jay got hit in that challenge, that went my. When baby died at 16, that went my. That's not my. She got caught coming out of the trap, that's not my. That's not my. That's why you speaking on the dead, that's my. I'm from the bottom of the trench for real, I stay with a chop, I stay with a.
He started it by shouting out his gang ATK, and then shouted out NHG too. As you guys already know, ATK and NHG members take a lot of photos and hang out together with the same people, so they're mostly the same set, just like Bully Gang and We All We Got. He also said that his ops are mad at him because Foolio died, and that he's been getting money off of his ops' deaths. Clearly it's because of the music that he's dropped. 3 of his latest songs have millions of views and counting, so you can only imagine how much money he's made from YouTube alone without counting streams from other platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. His ops' death definitely contributed to him reaching a new level in his career. He also mentioned a few other key events in the war in Jacksonville, like how Bibby died at 16, when he got shot and his 2 friends and brother died. When he got shot and survived in Waycross, Georgia, but survived while Rollo died, when Foolio's ex-girlfriend got shot and survived, and when Foolio's mom also got shot and survived. Like I said in the beginning, I won't be going into detail about those situations, so you can just search them up on YouTube yourself if you really want to know what happened. But long story short, people got shot, some survived, and some unfortunately didn't make it. I also found it interesting that Lil 9, Jake Jit, and Foolio got shot and killed in very similar cars. I don't know whether these cars are popular for the members on the KTA side or if it's just a coincidence, but one thing for sure is that most of the dissed members by ATK just so happened to drive that same car. Perhaps a mistake that they all made was not changing them, or at least find a way to get out of the city. In any case, if I was a KTA member driving that type of car, I'd definitely be more cautious about how I move in the city when I'm inside it. Another interesting thing to me about the snippet is that Wappa Wit DeChoppa and Spinna Benz, who are also documented 1200 gang members, also want to hop on the song with Yungeen Ace. It's crazy to me how they just don't care that investigators are keeping an eye on their every move. If Yungeen Ace does agree to let them have a feature, then the investigators will definitely use the song as evidence of the war in the future. ATK and 1200 are the only gangs officially mentioned by the investigators in Foolio's murder trial, so I have no idea why they aren't laying low. In any case, they've all managed to get away with crimes without getting caught in the past, so I think they're just confident that nothing will happen to them. Having another collab song like they did in Who I Smoke would definitely get them more music streams too. That brings me to the end of the video. With the way things have been going recently, I wouldn't be surprised if a RICO comes soon. ATK and 1200 already know they are documented gang members, but they still diss their ops. That gives the prosecutors plenty of evidence to use against them in court. And even if they do get caught for their crimes, if they're able to come out of prison after serving their time, it somehow makes them blow up even more. But that's just something that's to be expected if you don't snitch and come out with your spirit still intact, just like ATK YBZ, who I'll possibly talk about in the future. But what do you guys think? Do you think Guddazay is brave or just ignorant for bumping along to Who I Smoke in front of the judges in court? Do you think Yungeen Ace should be more careful of the things he says in his songs? Do you think that Wappa and Spinna Benz will get another collab feature with Yungeen Ace? I'll see you guys in the next video.